On December 10, 2023, the equipment system has added to the Clash of Clans. Since then, the game has become much more easier thanks to this powerful and epic equipment. But before the equipment system existed, we only have the original hero abilities. That means the king had the barbarian puppet and rage file, queen with archer puppet and invisibility file, warden with life gen and eternal tone, and the rogue champion with rogue gen and the seeking shield. The game was much more difficult without any extra equipment, and that's why Th18 is often considered the hardest Th18 level. Even pro players were struggling at that time. So what if Supercell had never introduced the equipment system? What would the Th18 attacks look like today if there were no equipment at all? Today, I'm going to try different attack strategy without using any equipment. That's called either no equipment challenge, or more precisely, since people now refer to the old abilities as default equipment or original equipment, so we can also call it the original equipment challenge or the default equipment challenge. Here is the attack list. You can fast forward to the timestamp if you are interested in specific strategy. Now let's dive into the video and see whether these strategies still work or not. So first, we are gonna try Queen Charge Pekka. This attack was adapted from Queen Charge Super Barbarian, which is a strong strategy in Th18 and Th15. In the past, we path the Queen to the core while the super bars are killing buildings on the outside. However, since the damage in Th18 is so high that those super bars are gonna die early, let's just change those 25 super barbarians into 5 Pekkas. The Pekkas are doing the same thing as the super barbarians, funneling on the outside, but they are much more tankier than those barbs. And look at my hero level, troops level, and the spell space. You will find that this is the Th17. We're doing the Th17 versus Th18 with no equipment challenge. So now let's do a Queen and Warden charge at 6 o'clock into the core of the base. We are going to use a log launcher to open up the walls in the core. To do that, we need both funnel on the left side and the right side. Now the CC is coming out. Let's use the poison to poison the super dragon, and the queen is going to the wrong way, so let's use the Pekka to funnel for her. So now she is going back to the core. So for the left side funnel, let's use the king, rogue champion with the study spell for help to save the funnel. Also a Pekka at 9 o'clock, so that the king can path into the ricochet cannon and the scatter shot area. And on the right side, let's use all of our remaining Pekkas with a Valkyrie to deal with the potential skeleton traps. Now we are doing pretty good. The Pekkas are so tanky that they can easily deal with the right side defenses. And on the left side, King and Royal Champion are still doing good. And the Queen is still healthy, everything is looking good. Let's use the Raise spell to deal with the long shot and the Revenge Tower. But now the Royal Champion is low, we need a Grand Warden to protect her. So the Grand Warden is going to the right side. He is following the Pekkas. That's the downside of using the Pekkas. But even the Royal Champion dies, we are still okay. We still have Queen ability and Warden ability and the Rage spell. Let's just Rage the Queen and the Pekkas, Warden ability to protect the Pekkas from the single Infernal Tower. We still got the Queen ability. Maybe we can spot that ability. Or maybe we just use it. And it's a triple. That's a good start. And that is whether other old strategies can do well against Town Hall 18 bases. Here's the second deck that's trapped the Zap Lalo, but instead of bringing tons of minions for cleanup and headhunters for enemy hero, I bring 5 more Infernal Dragons, since both the heroes and the buildings now are too tanky. Infernal Dragons become a better choice since they not only deal decent amount of damage to those high hit point targets, but also have health much more than those minions and headhunters. So let's see if the strategy works. So first let's think about where to zap. Since at the 7 o'clock poison tower area, there are so many air target defense. It's a good target to use the zap quick trick. Let's wait for the enemy queen. When she is going to the core, use the zap to take her out. But we still missed a zap spell, so we didn't get the super wizard tower. That's okay. Use 2 rocket loom to take out the air defense, so now the Infernal Dragon, they can easily clear those trash buildings. And the king with the log launcher, our goal is to use the log launcher to open up the core to open up the walls in the core, so that our king and queen can go into the core and take that long shots. And use 2 rocket looms to clear the air defense. If we clear that air defense, then our lava house can go deeper and trigger that Giga Bomb. But since the air sweeper, so we didn't get that, that's okay. Let's use the lava house and those balloons. Lava house has so many air traps. And use the heat spell and vulnerability to get through that Giga Bomb. Notice that instead of doing a surgical Lalo, we are using all balloons in the same direction. That's because the damage is so high in Town Hall 18, the balloons die quickly if you split them into different directions. But look at the wizard tower on the right side, we use the Infernal Dragon to clear that out. In the past, when we do the surgical Lalo deck, we used to split some balloons to take it out. But now the Infernal Dragons can take their jobs, so that we can use all the balloons in the same direction, and the life gen on the warden can protect those balloons from dying quickly. That's how we use Lalo at Town Hall 18 right now. And now we still got so many balloons alive, and we still got 3 headhunters remain. That's because the Infernal Dragon just killed all the heroes. So actually we don't need to bring that many headhunters. We just change those headhunters into the balloon army. And it's a typo. And now let's do the Queen Charge Miner. But I did just do some adaptation about the spells. I'll bring 1 overgrowth spell because there are so many high damage buildings we need to overgrow them. And we also bring so many skeleton spell and a totem spell because the long shot is pretty scary right now. And let's dive into the deck and see how it works. So now, let's path our queen into 12 o'clock with the queen charge and king funnel on the right side, and use 2 skeleton spells to tank for the buildings, the road champion to get the buildings into the walls. And notice that our king is using the angry jelly, so he is only target the defense. And when we pop the king ability, the king will go with the defense, while those barbarians, those rich barbarians, are dealing with the trash buildings. See, they just got so much value. I think they are as good as the Snake Bracelet with the Spiky Ball combo, and that's pretty crazy. So always consider Angry Jelly paired with King when you are doing a strategy with no equipment. So now the CC is gonna lure out. Let's use the Baby Dragon to deal with the Ice Golem. And we also got Super Wizard in our CC. Let's use the Battle Drill. The Battle Drill will set into the core, and we can just pop the Battle Drill. And here comes the Super Wizard. Let's just use the Infest and Rage in the core. Since the Super Wizard is not going to the Rage area, let's use another Infest. So now they are going to the Rage area. And then Tornado Trap is spinning. Can we get all those Inferno Towers? Yeah, it's very close. And now we just got 80% of the base, and there are so many spells and troops left. Let's see, where should I use my Overgrowth spell? Maybe just use those remaining defense. So now we can deal with the hero first, with the miners, scouty spells, headhunters, poison, and so many stuffs. And after the Overgrowth expired, then our miners will turn to those buildings. So now let's pop the Warden ability to protect those miners from the long shot. The long shot is dealing the good damage, it's pretty scary. Let's use another totem spell to distract the long shot and the Super Wizard Tower. And seems like it works, but since that they are unhealthy and they are weaker than I thought, maybe I just change those 25 miners into 150 barbarian, and this attack will still works. So next attack we are going to use the barbarians and archers, and let's see whether the bards and archers are better than those miners. So first let's try using archers for cleanup, especially for that mortar. We can sneak it out with those archers. And use 2 balloons to test for the traps, and also 10 for the long shot. We can't use the warden to 10 for the long shot even with the healers, because without the regen, the healers deal less healing than the DPS of the long shot. The long shot will just kill the warden even the healer is healing. So we are using those bards and archers to 10 for the long shot, and the boogers from the sneezy are also tanking. And now let's use the Battle Drill. The Super Wizard are inside the Battle Drill. Use the Infest to direct the Battle Drill pathing, so the Super Wizard can go to the deeper base. And now the Super Wizard are coming out from the Battle Drill. Use the Rage and Infest to stay at a good funnel. Can we also get the Rage Tower? Yeah. And the Super Wizard Tower, can we get that? Yes, and Fire Splitter. Always will get it. It's pretty good value. So now let's use the Queen to deal with the Ice Golem quickly. And after that, use some bars to clean out and also test for some traps, and use a Tesla. Use a wall break to break off the walls. And now we can send in some Ice Golem and Headhunters to temper. Use the Overgrowth pretty early, because we don't want to deal with the core and the monolith at the same time. And use a Skeleton spell to distract the monolith. Our heroes and troops are doing good when they overgrow. Because we just overgrow those buildings, they are not gonna deal damage. And now the overgrow expired. When the Rage Tower activate, let's just use the Rage spell and the Warden ability. Use the Barbarian Puppet when the Warden ability was activated to protect all those Barbarians. And see, those Barbarians are tanky because of the healers, and they are doing so much damage. I think they are even better than those miners. And now most of the bases are gone. We have only 30 seconds left. Can we get it? Let's use a totem to disrupt the wizard tower and the ricochet cannon, and all those bars and archers for the cleanup. It's now 13 seconds. Can we get it? 8 seconds. Use the Royal Champion second shield to get those remaining buildings, and it's a triple. I just tripled this base with 101 barches. It's very crazy. And that's all the content today. Comment what strategy you want me to play with no equipment if you are interested in it. And I will see you in the next video.